Pisces super full moon, second super full moon happening on the 30th of August. This is a collective message. So please do listen to the intro. After the intro, we'll get into all 12 signs. There will be timestamps down below if you want to check your sign and how this full moon impacts you. Another thing, if you would like to book a reading for this Pisces full moon, there'll be a link down below as well as a link for appreciation of these videos. Powerful super full moon, second full moon in the month of August. In the sign of Pisces with the sun in Virgo. Happy birthday to all my Virgos out there. This is really a powerful super full moon. Emotional release. Pisces is a water sign and it's a mutable sign. So is Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign, also mutable, meaning adaptability. Now, when we're dealing with a Pisces full moon, it's about releasing your deepest emotions. Pisces rules emotions, especially like deep, subconscious stuff that we hold within us that we need to release in order to basically move forward. What goes on basically in our subconscious is so important. It's so important for even manifestation. If you subconsciously feel unworthy, and this can be from an experience from childhood or from a relationship in the past, you hold it within your psyche, within your subconscious. And this builds on this energy of unworthiness. So whenever you're trying to manifest something of finance, abundance, love, subconsciously you're still playing on the same record of, I feel unworthy. And it's subconsciously, it's not something you're aware of. Your conscious mind is what you cognitively are aware of. When you say, hey, I'm gonna put pen to paper, I'm gonna write this out, or I'm going to make this decision. That's your conscious mind. Your subconscious is what you are not aware of. And that's why affirmations, mantras are so important for us to shift our subconscious, because we start affirming and telling ourselves different stories. So that's the subconscious, and that is Pisces. And that's why with this Pisces full moon, we are releasing in a deep way. All Pisces full moons are about that, but because it's a super full moon, and the second one, which is a blue moon, which will give us the blues, because a second full moon a month is known as a blue moon, we will feel emotionally depleted in a big way. Pisces rules endings, closure, healing, spiritual healing, physical healing, healing of your subconscious. This is where we transform our energy, but we have to gain closure. Pisces rules dreams, fantasy. This is where we can really dream beautiful dreams. And that's why Pisces full moon is so good for manifesting. But there's a difference with this Pisces full moon, and I will speak on that. So dreams, fantasies, illusion. A full moon illuminates your life and shows you what you need to see. Pisces reveals what we hide and comes out. This is where secrets can come to light. This is where deceptions can come out. This is where manipulations can come out. Anything done privately is now seen with the light of the full moon. And that's why it's so powerful. I will tell you to watch over your health. We are in Virgo season, and Virgo season is where we really need to watch over our physical, mental, and emotional health, as what we think mentally impacts our emotions and impacts our body. What is also important about a Pisces full moon, Pisces, or even Pisces in general, Pisces rules the lymphatic system within the body and the feet and toes. The lymphatic system is so important. Your lymphatic system is the circulation within your body. That's what Pisces rules over. So when we're going through a Pisces super full moon, we can feel sluggish. Your lymphatic system is even responsible for your immune system. So do take care of yourself, your body's immunity. Vitamin C is so important. Really get in some good vitamin C. Drink plenty of water. Water flushes out your body, and that is so important under Pisces full moon. So please take care of your health. You could feel tired, exhausted, drained, and deeply emotional. If you need to cry, let it out. What is important? Saturn. Saturn is retrograde in the sign of Pisces, conjunct the super full moon. Saturn rules responsibility. Saturn is karmic, right? Saturn is harsh. Saturn is cruel. Saturn is restrictive. Saturn is guilt, shame. This is where we feel all the heavy feelings. And that is why with the moon conjunct Saturn, and Saturn rules reality. So you can't escape into dreamland. And that's what we generally have with the Pisces full moon. We can dream beautiful dreams. Saturn is bringing you back to reality and saying, look at reality. Look at what's in front of you. You cannot escape. This is what it is. This is reality. And it shows you the harshness of reality. Saturn spends 3 years in a sign, and Saturn only just moved into Pisces in March, and it is retrograde. So we are dealing with things that we started working on in March and April of this year. So that is Saturn. It spends 3 years within a sign, and it takes 28 to 30 years to get back to a sign. So if Saturn's in Pisces now, it was in Pisces 28 to 30 years ago. Okay? So Saturn is long haul. What you want to see, that is a solid structure in your life that you can build into the future. And that's how Saturn rewards you. But it's going to show you the obstacles. It's going to give you boundaries. It's going to say no. Watch your emotions. If you're suffering with anxiety, depression, because you can. The moon is in connection with our deepest emotions. A full moon heightens and amplifies those emotions. A super full moon, a second super full moon, brings it even more amplified. And it means we are closing out chapters in our lives in a big way, especially Pisces. Pisces is the last zodiac. That's why it rules endings, releasing, letting go, surrendering. And Saturn is going to give you the reality of what you need to be real about, become structured about, put boundaries within your life when it comes to anyone that's taking away from your energy or draining you. And what I mean by that, where you see the reality of the situation. We can have beautiful dreams in Pisces where we can dream, we have this dream about love, and we have this dream about people and situations and where we live and everything within our lives. But Saturn is very necessary, very needed in order to give us that reality check of to tell us what is really going on within our lives. Like, be real about your living situation. Be real about the people around you. Be real about the person you feel that connection to. What do you need to see? And a full moon will bring the truth. This is like, I would say this full moon is like a reality check with a heightened dose of truth of a super full moon. So truth coming out, things that we need to see, things we need to see about ourselves, things we need to see about others. And that is the energy of Saturn. Powerful. And you can deal with heavy feelings, loss, guilt, shame, feeling depressed, feeling like you're alone. Pisces is where we go off and withdraw. We go into our dream state. When we sleep, Pisces, that's what it's about. So you can feel very sleepy. So imagine that with Saturn now, right? It's already an area of life where you are on your own, because that's what Pisces is about. It's where we withdraw. We go into our intuition. We go into our subconscious. We go into our feelings. That's within yourself. And Saturn restricts you from others in order to take responsibility for your life, and puts you this responsibility on your shoulders and says, you're going it alone now. And this is a time for you to be strong. This is a time to take on responsibilities within your life. This is a time to step up and be powerful. But through that, you're going to have to go it alone. Saturn can also, with the moon, create separations, emotional separations from others. So that is what we are doing with this beautiful Pisces full moon. It is amazing. What I would say to manifest is anything you want to manifest that you see or feel around this Pisces full moon that you want to last for years, that you're willing to work at, that you're willing to be responsible at. Manifestation is about us affirming things, yes, but also taking action, because that's where the magic happens. Because, if you want destiny to meet you, you're going to have to leave your house and get out there. So that's the energy of it, about taking action. And Saturn is hardworking, it's disciplined. So you can manifest anything that you're willing to put your energy into, you're willing to work on, you're willing to see and reap the rewards in the years to come, 30 years from now, even before then, but it grows with time. Because Saturn wants to build those strong, long-lasting structures within our lives. Aries, this beautiful Pisces full moon for you has to do with rest, rejuvenation, recuperation, taking time out, spending time by yourself, really focusing on your health. You could be feeling exhausted and drained, especially from, the outside world. And because it's with Saturn, it's where you're going to be putting boundaries and walls up. Almost like not wanting to connect, wanting to go within and seeing what you need to release within your life that is sabotaging you, holding you back from your fullest potential. This is a great full moon for you to really rest. You might even feel deep feelings. You could feel very emotional and sensitive because you are creating endings and you're wanting to end things that are just not serving you, not healthy for you, sabotaging you, not bringing you the joy that you truly deserve. So endings, releasing, letting go, surrendering, time out, feeling exhausted, needing recuperation, and needing time to self in order to heal, feel, journaling will be great for you. Taurus, this powerful full moon is having you look at your social interactions, the people you collaborate with, your social circles, or various groups within your life, friend groups, family groups, work groups, and you're really seeing what you need to release within these groups that are no longer serving you. Maybe you're feeling disconnected, maybe you're not feeling connected anymore, and you were disconnecting from associations that basically drain your energy, and you're really focusing on your future vision and dream that you have for yourself. And Saturn is coming through asking you to be really responsible about the people you connect to, because the people that you connect to within your social environment, you want to build with into the future. So this is a time to cut away the dead weight, to really connect to people that really can build with you strong, solid structures within your life that take you into the future. So there's great opportunities here for you to even come across people that truly are, can inspire you and help you in ways that you can grow and grow within your life in every way. And this helps with your personal future vision and dreams that you have for you. But you'll become very real and serious about these dreams, and you'll be cutting away the dead weight, especially when it comes to your interactions. Gemini, this powerful super full moon is bringing a lot of chaos to your career. If you're in a working environment, there seems to be a lot of chaos there. Even chaos with authority figures or anyone like an employer. If you have a parent, right, there can even be drama there where there's a lot of tension around you. Mercury is retrograde as well for you and it's impacting you, as well as we do have a Venus retrograde. But this Pisces full moon for you is asking you to look at your career. What changes do you need to make? This is a time to think about changes you want to make to your career that will take you into the long-term future. Build on your success for the years to come. Changes are necessary. This is a time where you might be closing out chapters in a career, deciding upon basically a new chapter, or if you've been working very hard since March, April of this year, you could reap the rewards. Remember, Saturn rewards, but it only rewards the efforts that we put in. So how much of effort have you been putting in? And if you're putting in effort into a situation that you know is not going to take you further when it comes to career, goals, sense of purpose in your life, this is a time to cut that out. Saturn is here to restrict that, to build healthy boundaries within your career and working environment, to build healthy boundaries within yourself when it comes to achieving your personal goals. Discipline and responsibility is required, and Saturn is the greatest teacher for that. And with this full moon, it will show you what changes you need to make, ask you to take a realistic approach and release when it comes to your career, goals, ambitions, and sense of purpose, what is holding you back. Cancer, this beautiful full moon for you is asking you to look at your belief systems. What beliefs do you have that are keeping you stuck? This full moon asks you to release belief systems, perspectives that are keeping you stuck in a rut. It's a time for you to shift your belief systems about yourself and the world around you. This full moon with Saturn is asking you to become serious about higher education, pursuits within a course, learning something that you really want to learn that will enrich your life and take you to success for the years to come. This is a great time to take up a course or to decide on something that can really help you when it comes to building success within your life. There's also a full moon that if you've come back from traveling, you've just completed traveling, or you're planning a trip, and if you are doing so, remember we are still in the Mercury retrograde, so make sure you have all the details, you got everything you need in order to make your trip happen, and be structured and disciplined in how you plan things accordingly, especially if you're planning on traveling. Leo, this is a time for you to get very serious about your investments. This is going to show you about the reality of your financial investments and emotional investments. You might even decide to put up boundaries and walls with certain people within your life. The truth may be revealed with this powerful super full moon, anything that's hidden. And if there's any information that you need, especially about your finances, you'll be able to see it with this full moon. And remember this, endings are blessings in disguise. This is a time to even step up into your power. And really, anyone that's manipulating you or trying to put up a power play, power dynamic, step into your power, see it for what it is, and say no more. This is about your inner strength. You're also facing your deepest fears, insecurities at this time. This full moon is taking you to what are you afraid of? What past traumas have brought fear into your current present, who you are now, that is stopping you from living the life that you want. Saturn is showing you the reality about this. If you're feeling very emotional and sensitive, just sensitive, emotional, moody, feeling heavy, take a break during this full moon. Give yourself a moment to really come to understanding of what you are feeling and what's going on around you before you proceed further. But remember that any endings are blessings in disguise, and what you choose to end under this powerful super full moon will set you free. Virgo, happy birthday. It's birthday time. Mercury is retrograding in your sign, so I hope you're taking it easy with yourself. A lot of miscommunication and misunderstandings could have happened over the past couple of days, and even with this full moon, it's really focusing on your one-on-one connections with others, both personally and professionally. If there are any connections that you need to release personally and professionally, now's the time to release them and let them go. Saturn is, with this full moon, creating boundaries, so you can restrict and cut out any connections that are no longer serving you, are not meant to be a part of your life, that are not building the long-term future that you wish to see and the solid stability of structure into your life, Virgo. So understand that if you're coming across any conflict within a one-on-one partnership and you want to work on it, this is a time to be very realistic about what works and what doesn't work in this connection, in this relationship, whether it's personally or professionally. You're going to be very serious about it and have that serious conversation. And in that way, you can work together, especially if the other party is willing to work with you. If there are walls and boundaries put up by the other person, this will make it very hard. And then it's up to you to decide what relationships do you want in your life that are willing to build a solid structure, commitment, success going forward, professionally and personally. Libra, this full moon can have you feeling very unsettled, okay? If you're working with others, co-workers, you might come across chaos, miscommunication, a lot of just tension with your work life. This is a time to become very disciplined and focus on yourself and set healthy boundaries with others that you work with. You can become very serious about your work life and your commitments. You might even become serious about projects you want to take on, especially previous projects that you have been working on. You're very serious and determined. You need to take care of your health. If you have too many things going on within your day-to-day life and your routine, you're going to be drained, tired, and exhausted. You're going to need rest. This full moon impacts your physical, mental, and emotional health. So please take care of your health. Drink plenty of water, eat well, sleep well. Take care of your mind and how you think, and take care of your emotions. If there's any emotions you need to release, this is the time to really, with this Pisces full moon, to let out your feelings, feel your feelings, and let it go, surrender it, and not carry the weight of those feelings on your shoulders. But it's a great time with this full moon for you to become structured and disciplined when it comes to your work life. See what is not working, or not even your work life. If you're not working, it's your day-to-day routine. Getting up in the morning, doing what you need to do, all of those things, sending off those emails. Your routine is so important, and this Pisces full moon is showing you what you need to release from your life that is maybe taking away within your routine of accomplishing the things that you want to get done. Scorpio, this Pisces full moon will be great for completing any projects that you've been working on, any creative projects, anything that you have been already working on. You can complete it at this time. This Pisces full moon also asks you to have a very serious approach when it comes to creative projects and the things that you're working on going forward as well. You could come up with tension when it comes to your love life. And this Pisces full moon affects your romantic life, where you might decide to put an end to certain relationships or situationships in your life. You're also looking at ways in which, if you are wanting to stay with a partner romantically that you're already with, you're looking for ways kind of how we can do things together. Saturn is structure. So this is where you might say, if we want to make this work, what do we need to do in order to make this work? Okay. Yes, it's beautiful. Or maybe it's not even, but you want to make it work, and you'll be literally thinking about ways of, okay, what needs to happen in order for this to work? Do we need to see each other more, or are we just too busy, or do we need to be in contact more? Do we need to, how do we need to indulge in romance? If you're not feeling very romantic under this full moon and you are in an existing relationship, you'll be even very disciplined about how you can bring more romantic pleasure into your life. Like, maybe we should go on more dates. Maybe we should have more fun. Maybe we should spend more time together. All of those things in order to make something grow and blossom. Otherwise, you're looking at ending romantic connections and are just not feeling the fire anymore. Sagittarius, this Pisces full moon is affecting your home and personal life and family members, or even soul family, people that come to your home. You are releasing, things within your home life that are not suited to you. Thinking about moving, thinking of decluttering, getting rid of items. Those are all the things, and Saturn loves to get rid of things that are redundant and no longer working for us. So if there's anything within your living space, your home life, that is not working for you, you are ready to throw it out. You're ready to get rid of it. If you are living with someone, there can be some tension, and Saturn is there like, okay, living with you, these are the rules, this is what we need to do. How can we make my home life better for me? And sometimes it's just simple stuff that will just make things a lot easier for you. When it comes to family as well, there can be a deep emotional release, even a missing or a feeling of wanting to connect more to family. Really a good time to have that heart-to-heart with someone who feels like soul family, where you can open up emotionally and share how you're feeling. What are your burdens? What heavy burdens have you been carrying, Sagittarius? Saturn is here affecting your emotions, and this means that you are really carrying a lot of heavy emotions. Great for releasing. If you feel like you need to cry, let it all out. It can be just releasing of this feelings that have been building up. You could also be feeling rather down during this Pisces full moon. So rest, spending time at home, decluttering your space, thinking about moving home. How can you make your living environment much better for you? Can you have any words with someone to discuss that will be best for you in your living space? You might even decide to put up boundaries with someone that is very close to you in order for things to work better for you. Don't be afraid to do that. This is all for self-improvement and how you can best feel within yourself, because this really affects your emotions and you can be feeling deeply emotional. So give yourself that moment. And if you have to separate from any family, say you're moving or taking a trip, if you're feeling deeply emotional during this time, allow those feelings to flow, because Saturn is very heavy there. Saturn creates restrictions, separations within the area of family and so forth. So if you're separated from family, you might be reminiscing more about them. Or if you are living with someone, you might feel like, hey, we need to put up some boundaries. Or maybe you want to separate in essence of, traveling or leaving home. This would be the time to do so with this beautiful Pisces full moon. Allow those feelings to pour out of you, because Saturn has been affecting your emotions since March, April of this year, making your emotions pretty heavy weight of emotional responsibility for your home and family life is on your shoulders. Capricorn, this Pisces full moon is really about communication and your mind and how you were thinking. So your mind can feel pretty heavy at this time. You could be having some serious thoughts. Journal, write it down. This will help you release them. When it comes to words with others, their words can make you feel pretty sensitive and emotional. Communication with others can bring about strong emotions. It might even reveal something to you about how others see you. People might give you some serious words. Your connections to other people. It's where you speak to someone, all of a sudden they give you some serious words, and like all of a sudden that touches you deeply, and it asks you to rethink the way in which you are structuring your life. And it doesn't only have to be in that essence. You yourself can have these thoughts that are pretty serious, and you're determined now to change things. Saturn here is restructuring the way that you speak, the way that you communicate, the way that you express yourself, writing, blog posts, anything that you are doing in terms of communication, self-expression, even writing projects. You might even decide to take on a writing project or complete a writing project, but you are really looking at your communication and how you can restructure it. And others might be very critical of you, especially with Saturn. Saturn is harsh. They just give it to you harsh, like, hey, this is how things are, you know, or you yourself might have some very harsh thoughts. You know, give yourself a break, write things out, get a clear picture of what you want to create within your life, how you want to communicate, how do you want to express yourself. And like I said, it's a full moon, so the truth will be revealed through communication at this time. And you'll pick up on that. And if you need to release any feelings, this will be the time to do it, Capricorn. Full moon in Pisces, Aquarius. For you, if you've been working on anything financially, you could reap the rewards financially at this time. You've also been restructuring your finances since March, April of this year, and Saturn's helping you do that. With this full moon, it'll be very illuminating about your financial matters and what you wish to create. Remember that Saturn is in the sign of Pisces until 2026. So this is restructuring your finances so that they can grow for you in a better way. And you might decide there are certain things, maybe you are deciding of what changes you want to make in terms of your finances. But it doesn't only have to be about your finances. What are your skills and talents? This is where you become very serious about your skills and talents. And any skills and talents that you have, if you're applying for jobs, if you're doing your resume and you're putting it out there, Saturn helps you structure in a way so that what you get can take you into successful long-term future. So focus on doing that. If there's anything that you need to release when it comes to people that don't value you, you are valuable, and people that do not value you and decrease your sense of self-worth is what you will be cutting out from your life and creating healthy boundaries around. So anyone that makes you feel like you're not deserving, you're not a good person, you're not smart enough, you know, all the things where people that are around us do not value us, you'll be cutting out people, situations that devalue your sense of self-worth as you're growing within self-worth and how you feel about yourself. And who we keep around us is so important, because those very people is how we start feeling about ourselves, and that's what we'll create within our reality. And if we don't feel worthy, we start creating lack. So restrict, create boundaries over people that do not value you, keep people who do value you, and that's the way to move forward. Pisces, this full moon is happening in your sign. It's a powerful full moon. It's a super full moon. It's the second full moon. You are releasing. If you are feeling emotional, exhausted, drained, tired, take a moment to breathe. Saturn is in your sign. It's been there since March of this year, but into April, start getting the stronger feeling of having to restructure your life. And Pisces, this is a time where you're going to have to be very serious about your life. What is a fantasy? What dreams are not going to be ever come a reality? And Saturn is very good like that. Saturn is in your sign until 2026. Saturn is choosy. Saturn's not about the fantasy. Saturn's like, okay, you have a dream. How can we make it a reality? You feel this way about this person. Is that just a dream, an illusion, a fantasy, or is it real? That's Saturn. Saturn wants to cut out anything from your life that is not real. And it's telling you, yes, you can have the dream, you can have the fantasy, but only if it's based on reality. It can't just be a delusion. So this beautiful full moon that's happening within your sign, and I ask you to take care of your health, mentally, emotionally, physically. If you need to cry it out. You are restricting your connections with others. Saturn's in your sign. You are the one putting the boundaries. You're the one saying no more. You're the one separating. You're the one wanting to cut the cord. You're the one releasing. You're the one that needs to cut away what is taking you away from your dreams. Sometimes it's not the dream that can't be made a reality. Sometimes we have distractions in terms of people, habits, situations, drama, other people's stuff. And Pisces, you take on everyone's stuff. This is a time with Saturn in your sign. We're saying don't take on everyone's stuff. You are a person. Yes, you're a spiritual being and you feel everyone's things, but you are living a human life here in reality, and you need to cut out what is no longer serving you, what is deterring you from the road towards success. And this is teaching you responsibility. And yes, you might feel lost, guilt, shame, and some very hard knocks with Saturn. But those hard knocks is how Saturn makes us stronger and grows us to become greater in the future. Saturn is the maker of kings, and it's not the easy part. It's a part of moving over obstacles and challenges that make us stronger, wiser, grows us into maturity, grows us into strong leaders. And this is a powerful time for you. So set those healthy boundaries. Say no to what is no longer serving you. Cut out those unhealthy relationships. Separate yourself from situations that are doing you a disservice, and you will feel so much better. So I'm using the Magical Mermaid Oracle. I think it's fitting for the Pisces full moon. It's water themed. Mermaids are very Pisces, water energy. And the card that we get is Divine Magic. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. And this is the energy of Pisces. It is about having faith, surrendering in a greater power that's going to give us these miracles. And even though we are faced with challenges because we have to release and let go, we know that there are going to be miracles on the other side. We know that there are going to be magic within our life. So this is a very magical card. It's a beautiful full moon to manifest, to connect to the magic within your life in order to grow what you want into the long-term future and success. Okay, remember that this Pisces full moon is with Saturn, and it is about building structures that are solid and the results are rewarding for years to come.